Hey guys, today we're going to be doing an art supplies haul 2020 version. This isn't going to be one of those fancy schmancy videos where I show off my 10 quadrillion Copic markers.
Every single marker on the planet.
It's more of an art supplies haul for things that I feel are truly essential to me.
Yeah, give me some of that good stuff.
I've got the element of supplies. It's kind of like Christmas, except I paid for it myself, so it's not quite as satisfying. And now I'm broke. But that's a story for another day. So since I started this channel a couple of months ago, I've been buying way more art supplies. And I'm happy about it, of course, but my wallet, not so much.
Were you just looking at my butt?
There's been some really great sales lately, and I've also just got some stuff that I've always wanted, so I'm going to show you guys my art supplies haul for 2020. I've always loved drawing and doing all sorts of art stuff. In fact, I even went to school for graphic design, even though I personally prefer doing more physical art. I can't wait to show you guys everything I've got, and I'm just super grateful to be able to afford this stuff. If you're new here, you should consider selling your soul to me by subscribing to my channel. I'm going to collect all of the souls in the world. Don't forget to hit that bell icon and select the all option. Ringing it is not enough apparently. You have to select all or I'll be lost on the internet forever.
Goo goo gaga.
I post new videos
Every Friday.
I'm gonna start out with the love of my life.
Posca pens.
For the prettiest colors in the whole wide world, call myposca.com.
So yeah, I first bought some thick ones.
Oh yeah, baby.
But they were making my art look a little derpy. I just want to say right now that I am aware that some or most of these monsters look a little bit derpy. This one in particular, I'm looking at you, and you, Grimace. You're my biggest failure. Remember though, I'm only using the thick Posca pens. So yeah, that's how that went. So then I went ahead and bought 2 more sizes to add some detail to my drawings. So now I have 1M, 3M, and 5M. Oh yeah, and I also have a couple 7Ms now too. They're the big boys. I'm not sure what I'll use these 7Ms for, but they're there.
It's gonna be okay.
Here are some little doodles that I did with the Posca pens.
You should totally follow my Twitter for some more doodles.
They do bleed a little bit through the paper since they are technically paint pens. A lot of the time when you use them on paper, they do end up pilling a little bit, which is basically just when the paper peels up a little because of the pens. You can kind of learn to minimize the pilling if you're careful, but these are really supposed to be used on things other than paper anyway.
Today is my birthday. He didn't even remember.
I'm going to suck out your soul.
Oh, and sorry for the scare, Kara. I don't know why Tinky Winky keeps popping up. I think this place is haunted. Here are a few sets of normal markers that I bought at Hobby Lobby. They were on sale too. I bought these because although Posca pens are life,
Posca pens.
they're technically paint markers and these are a little bit less abrasive on the paper. These are brush tipped and these are fine tipped. The brush tips are awesome for bigger strokes while the fine tips are great for outlining. Here's a little doodle I did with these markers so you can see the difference between them and the Posca pens. The colors aren't quite as vibrant, but they get the job done. I see a ton of artists on YouTube using Copic markers and they look amazing. I don't think I've literally ever even held one.
Loser.
That being said though, I'd love to try them out one day. They're just so expensive. Definitely one day I'd love to get some, but that'll be for a video way in the future. So moving on, here are some different pastels that I got. I got these regular round pastels and these colored pencil ones. They're both pretty much the same thing, just in different shapes.
They come in all shapes and sizes.
I love using pastels. I like using them a lot more than regular colored pencils. I haven't used pastels on my channel yet, but I've always liked working with them, and I find them to be very satisfying for some reason.
They just scratch me in all the right spots.
Okay, you know what? Let's do a quick little doodle with some of the pastels just for fun.
One thing that I love working with is clay. I love making clay monsters. I don't consider myself the best at working with clay, but it's a lot of fun. When I was younger, I don't know what clay I used, but it was trash. And no, it wasn't Play-Doh, even though I did used to eat that. Good stuff. But I'm talking more like middle school, high school level. I was always making stuff out of clay, and it just used to always fall apart. It was really, really frustrating. When I found Ace of Clay and Nerdy Crafter's channel, it really changed my life.
As far as the brand goes, I like Sculpey.
The brand of clay that I use is actually called Sculpey.
So I started using Sculpey too. It just goes to show that sometimes it's not actually you, it's the supplies you're using. Some stuff that they also recommended were using Floral wire and clay tools, which also made a huge difference in my sculptures. I did also buy these cabochons, or however you say it. I'm pretty well known for butchering stuff. I'm really looking forward to using these in a video. I actually did end up using them for this little hippo I made for my girlfriend. Some of you guys did mention dotting tools as well, which I also did buy, and they're seriously awesome. So Sculpey clay is oven baked. I also ended up getting some of this Daiso air dry clay, which I used in my Siren Head clay cracking video. I don't really like using air dry clay that much just because it dries out too fast and I can't really get that much detail on it, but I'll definitely use it again in a future video. Since I love to make monsters and humans and really anything affiliated with the dark side out of Squishies, I have a huge haul of Squishies that I got off of Amazon, which are actually kind of expensive.
Comment down below if you're part of the broke squad.
And for all that money, I ended up with this human dressed as a donkey freak of nature. It has 2 noses. This one has a really tiny horn. I'm not sure if this meets the requirements of a unicorn. It might just be a pimple on its face. Okay, not gonna lie, this one is kinda cute.
Wow, I really like this Squishy, guys. He is so cute. I mean, I hate it. I really don't like it. Let's just poke his nose. Let's poke his nose. Let's smash his nose. It's like, it's so adorable and cute, it makes my insides malfunction.
Ew.
Yeah, this one is way too cute. I'm definitely gonna have to give it a makeover. Make it
Evil.
Everything I do has to be
Evil.
These things make my room smell like cupcakes.
With extra sprinkles.
Sometimes I stick my head in the bin just to give them a sniff. To paint the Squishies, you're supposed to use fabric paint. When I do, I use Slick and Matte Tulip fabric paint. The matte fabric paint tends to leave the Squishies looking a bit more textured, so I prefer to use the Slick fabric paint. I'm still learning, so I don't really know the best way to go about it. I got a few of these neon ones just because I thought they'd look cool. We'll use these in a future video. I did try to use popsicle sticks when I made my Nerdy Crafter Squishy, and I thought they worked pretty well. My paintbrushes always get super stiff when I use them on fabric paint. Some of you guys recommended using an acetone and water combination to like thin the paint down, but I don't have acetone, so that's that. Not gonna lie, I have a lot of fun finger painting my Squishies, and I also use Posca pens. And of course, varnish is a must. I have Liquitex Glossy varnish and some matte Modge podge right now. These just help seal everything in and make sure the paint doesn't crack or peel off. Everything stays nice.
Hello there. Thank you so much for liking and leaving a comment on the video. He said I'm safe for this week. It's really hot outside. Almost 100 degrees. I sunburn really easily. You wouldn't want me to live on the street, would you? Check out these other videos and I might get to stay inside with the cool air conditioning.
By the way, I'm trying something a little new for Loony Time. I wanted to show your guys' comments throughout the video instead of grouped together at the end of the video. Just trying something new. Don't forget to come back next Friday. Same loony time.
Same loony place.